Hey guys, it's me, Bonnie. Hope everyone's doing good tonight and enjoying this beautiful full moon. Hope it's not wearing people out too much. I know that it's kind of been a little bit of crazy one. I do have the wonderful Melvin from Unexplained Possibilities joining me tonight. If
Hello.
you want to say hello,
Hello, everyone out there. I am here.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
that's
Ah,
my
I love it.
that's my thing.
That's it, right? Man, well, so far, have you had anything kind of weird or like the last? Well, starting yesterday, today is kind of the heightened part of it. Tomorrow it'll be settling down. You know, the day today is the main day of the full moon, and yesterday the madness began. Have you had any kind of weirdness going on, or just feelings towards it? I guess you want to say.
Well, you have to remember you're speaking to one of the most oblivious people in the world.
No, so you say
So,
no.
not that I've noticed. I haven't noticed anything, but saying that other folks been speaking to have had odd occurrences. And you know what though? There is something that happened. I keep hitting my freaking pinky toe. So,
That's Are you kidding me? So
no.
no, I mean no, because somebody I know very that is very funny. Somebody I know very well recently hit their pinky toe too. It's just very funny coincidence that you mentioned that. Um, this has been a this is this because it's I've noticed a lot of people want to blame it because this full moon, is still in the sign of Cancer, right?
Hmm.
Because Cancer is very emotional. One sign, and it is. They're very passionate, but this is a very charged full moon, like heightened emotions, heightened feelings. Like if it's bad, it's like the absolute worst. Hold on one second. My child is interrupting me. What?
Can you turn the thing off?
No.
Why?
15-year-old, and he's mad because he gets
You not turn it off for Christian?
anyway,
Turn it off for Christian then.
he is mad at me. Apologize about that. I will kill him later. You will hear me on the news tomorrow because it's past 10 o'clock. Uh, no, see, everything's supercharged. Anything and everything is just kind of like amped and wild. He normally would never bother me, but it's just like today. Um, just a very weird mood. My coworker, who's usually very, very um, organized, never loses anything, that would be me. If anybody loses something, it's usually me. He um, he goes, "Hey, do you know where I could have?" He was asking everybody, like, "Have you seen a wallet?" I'm like, "A wallet?" His wife, who is like probably the most organized person I've ever met, couldn't find her wallet. And I mean, they left. I mean, where it was left was in a normal spot. I mean, everything has just been very weird for the last few days. You also have to kind of watch, and I've noticed for snaky people, um, your nasty nice friends, the ones that I guess you would. How would I put this? The ones that act like they're truly your friends, but at the end of the day, they don't really want anything good for you. If that makes sense,
Ah.
you know. Um, so anybody that has had or is having issues with it, don't. It will subside within the next few days. It will start getting. Um, it'll get better. It will get better. I promise. So it's just one of those things. Also, this is the time if you want to manifest things or if you want to um, work some magic. It's a great time to do that. Um, One of the pictures that I had sent Melvin to upload later was he called he called it a Dr. Seuss candle, and which I love. Um, hey, Angie K. Uh, it's not a Dr. Seuss candle, but call it whatever you will. It is, I call it a chakra candle. It has, the colors of the different chakras, and also just the different colors of, you know, when people work with magic and do light certain colors for certain things. It kind of hits all of those colors. Red would be your root chakra. That's what grounds us and keeps us centered. And if our root chakra is off, then the rest of us is going to be off. Then you go up, and that's you have your sacral, where I call it your sexy chakra. We're not going to go into that because Melvin will not. He'll die.
I will not die.
We'll
It's
just leave it
just
at your sexy chakra, okay?
all right.
You know what you can do with that. You don't want it to be overwhelmed. You don't want it to be too much or too little. Then we go into it goes into your your heart, your third eye, your throat chakra, then your third eye, and then your crown. And each color has a different chakra. Anyway, that I have a candle that this full moon I am actually going to be burning. It's one of those nice 5-day candles that will burn. And I just will, and I usually, what I do, since I let it burn through the day, I hope my insurance company does not listen. I'm kidding. But I do put it in a bowl of water.
She's not kidding.
I am.
Yeah, that's what you say, but no.
I'm not kidding. But I do put it in a bowl of water so that if it does crack and goes awry, because, see, it just popped. I swear. It just popped. I just lit it and it popped like, ha ha. It sparked at me. But no, just in case something goes awry, I do have it in a bottle of water, like a jar of water at the bottom. So if it cracks, hopefully, that will stop it. I mean, I'm trying at least. But these candles, definitely, I've noticed a difference when I burn them. And I guess it's one of those things. I don't think I do my chakra cleansing enough. To be quite honest, I have been noticing that lately. Well, hello from Humboldt County, California. Brown Dwarf, I love that name. That is too great. One of the other things we've been talking about with Melvin, what did you ask me yesterday? What was something that you said you wanted? And it's nothing to be embarrassed of, because a lot of people ask the same thing. It's something a lot of people actually want and crave.
Oh, I actually asked if there was a way to help me get more confidence.
Mm-hmm. And I'll let you go there. Do you remember?
Okay, so yeah, Bonnie got back to me and said, "You know what, Melvin? Here's a mantra I want you to say." And she made sure to specifically tell me that I should say it for 28 days straight, of course, at the same time every day, which for me 10 a.m. And also, now you didn't say this was mandatory, but it was optional, and I'm gonna make it mandatory for me. But to burn a red candle, and you guys should be able to see the mantra any second now. There is a delay with the stream, but it'll pop up in a second. And yeah, I did it today, and I gotta admit, I did feel a little bit better. But I also think it's one of those things where the more you say it, the more you really start feeling it and get into that groove. You're gonna be like, yeah, man, I do feel good.
Right. You're right. This is one of those things. And my friend says you kind of have to, you know me, I'm going to say it like it is. It's unfucking yourself and reprogramming your brain. That's all it is. And it is. And the thing is, and I don't know if I mentioned it, Melvin, the best place to do it is like in the bathroom, so you can look in the mirror, or anywhere with the mirror, so you can look at yourself and you can look in your eyes and you can see that candle, kind of in front of you. And it doesn't have to be a big candle; you can get whatever. And you can carve into the candle if you have just like a regular red candle. You can carve into it with like a pencil or with it anything sharp. Self love. Whatever it is your desire is. And then this is what you will say. You're going to look in it and say, abundance comes to me easy and often every day and in unexpected and creative ways. I love myself unconditionally. I believe in myself and I feel good about myself. The universe, the God or goddess, support me and are with me each step of the way. I consciously release the past and only live in the present. And so it is. And you're going to feel like an idiot doing this at first. Well, I don't. This is not. This is so irritating to me. This type of stuff. And I'm telling you, one of my best friends. She's like, "You've got to do it, Bunny. You got to do it." And my mentor. This is something my mentor told me. These are some of the things that you have to do. And I'm like, just like, yeah, I spit at you. I don't. That sounds just goofy and it's so not me. Truth is, when you do it, you do feel better. And you've had several things, Melvin, that I don't, okay, a year ago, would you expect that you would be doing Tarot?
Heck no.
No.
Not at
And
all.
guys, he is getting really good. I just told him, I said, hey, I think you need to check out Tarot. And it was oddly enough, and this is what's funny. I had mentioned it to him, and for Christmas, what did you get? And you had never asked.
My mom surprised me and got me some tarot cards. I mean,
I thought that was the weirdest.
totally unexpected. It's like, okay, well, I guess I can't ignore this.
Right, right, right. And I was, Alicia, those candles like that one I got at a little Hispanic, like little grocery smart and they're like, you can get those type for like $3. Um, Now, the other ones there's some other pictures that will come up on the slide that will send them where it's a, and there's going to be some that look kind of creepy or eerie, whatever. That they're a little more expensive, but they are actually, they're infused with different oils and things for certain intentions.
Yep. Dubbed the Dr. Seuss candle.
The Dr.
I'm
Seuss candle.
sorry, but that's what that. Let me go
It
back to
looks like,
that.
well, if anything, lifesavers.
Lifesavers. Good lord. People don't know what that is anymore. It's Dr. Seuss.
Please, I bet at least 2 people will know what a lifesaver is.
Okay. Oh, Angie, do you know what a
um,
lifesaver is? Yeah, I picked the person in Slovakia.
that's funny. Yeah, I think he's great. I think he's getting really good with the tarot, and he is, the pendulum, which I think that's great. It's funny. One of my best friends, she's always like, "Can you get your pendulum out?" I'm like, oh. For some reason, I mean, it works. It's always worked with me. I've always had a good experience with my pendulum. However, I don't know if my friends' guides just like kind of swoop over here and answer for me. But boy, like it'll really move anytime she wants questions. But then she will question me to death. Where I say, okay, now my arm's trembling and I can't say that we're getting correct answers anymore. I've even bought a stand because of, well, I love her. That's why. And you know, I was going to mention, I had mentioned it actually the other day, and I would like anybody else's input because I feel like we all have different gifts and just learn to listen to our intuition. And just something odd that it didn't happen the other day. There was a photograph taken in, and I don't think I told you what year, Mel, but it was in like 2007.
Oh,
And yeah, because I was still, no, It had to have been like 2006 or 2005 because I was still living in Dallas with my oldest two boys, their dad, Jacob, the one that has now passed away. And we had come down to where I live now, back where we were from, and came to visit because there was like this music fest going on. um, Now, in this picture, a girl that I'd grown up with was like, she was super drunk, and she's like, "Hey, come take a picture with me." And she put her arms around me, and I'm kind of like trying to smile, but I wasn't, and it was just, I was there. I knew one, I'm trying to count, well, I knew two people that were in the group part of the photo. I knew my friend, the one that got me to take the picture with her, and her brother. And I didn't care much for her brother. He kind of, you know, he had a really bad reputation, and I was still extremely skittish of people at this point. I was very quiet and not exactly who you know now. The funny thing is, her brother is the one that put this music fest together. So, let me think. So, if you look at this photo, and if you don't mind putting that one up, Mel,
Oh, it's up. Don't
this is
worry.
what. Oh, you're putting it up. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Uh, what's very odd about this one, if you look to the very far right, the boy's dad, he's not in the group part of the photo, but he is right behind. It was like he was walking by right behind. Now, he passed away, and he was a very good husband. He, his daddy skills kind of lacked. He was a little bit jealous of the boys, but as far as he did do me good, I can't. Um, it was rough, and I think my hurt was seeing my children hurt. That's where you go wrong. I'm very protective, even when they're bratty. I love my kids, and that's all there is. I love my family. I mean, a cancer will hurt anybody over the people that they love. Now, second person in the picture, I actually used to babysit, but he's not really. He's kind of like just a filler in this picture. And there's actually a filler in between each person. So the next person in this picture, next to filler, will be somebody else circled, which says David. And he was my youngest son's dad. And it was a lot of abuse, mental, physical. When I moved back down here, and hey, BJ. When I moved back down here, after me and my ex got a divorce and all that happened, and I think I didn't handle alone very well. I had been, with somebody for 12 years, and I just flipped, and let's just put it easy. I got knocked up real quick, and my dad was like, "You're going to do the right thing, aren't you?" Nowadays, I would have said, nope, I'm going to live in sin, or I'm not going to do, I don't do what I'm told, like a little girl anymore. I think for myself, and just had to stand up finally. So I did what I guess was expected, and ended up with Christopher's dad, which I will say Christopher's been an amazing kid, and there's reasons for everything, and I'm learning that now. But so he's second. So Jacob, then there is David. Now, if you skip, there's my ex sister-in-law. There's another filler. There's me. After me is another filler, and then the last one will say Chris, the tattoo guy. Now, I wasn't married to Chris, but he's somebody that did teach me how to start. He was there for me when after I split with Christopher's dad, and he was threatening, and it didn't seem like at the time that the police were really good at helping me stay protected. And I lived with him. He lived with me. Well, he lived with me for, I think it was almost 2.5 years. And he was a good experience, and I will appreciate. I always will appreciate, the things that he taught me, how to be nice and how to enjoy and love again, and so forth. But we did not last. For certain reasons, it just didn't last that way. Now, both David and Chris knew about this photo, and it was taken years before. I was married. I never thought I was going to divorce the voice dad. I feel like this was some sort of a weird message. What do you think, Mel? I mean, you just kept saying this is weird. What do you see it as?
First of all, this is crazy and weird. But
I knew.
I mean, it is. What are the chances of that all three of them are going to actually be in the photo? And then the fact that there's literally a person in between each one. It's almost like a
Mhm.
path that you have to walk. Like, we'll say it's like an RPG, and here's quest number one. And then from there, you meet this NPC who's going to guide you to quest number two, and then from that, number three. And you could break it down almost like life lessons, which is how I'm pretty much seeing it, because with each person, your life literally went to a different stage. And I mean, it, it's trippy.
You are way more positive about it than I am. I feel like I am just dumb.
No,
I
don't.
didn't see. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute. By number two, I should have seen that number three really wasn't. I mean, like Spider-Man never stands a chance in this. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
No, it's not.
He,
It's not dumb. What? It's just. It's honestly. I see it as almost like life lessons, and it's very interesting that you can see their personalities come out on the picture also, which
it's scary. Oh,
which is
absolutely.
bizarre. But I see it as
Mhm.
life. Like, you've learned something. You just said it. You've learned something from each
Oh,
one.
absolutely. And you know what the funny thing is? Okay, a couple of days ago, and I don't know why, I was cleaning up my emails. And I have a good friend that I've met, and just, um, he's similar in a lot of ways. And it's rare to meet somebody that actually understands energy, what it's like to be an empath and feel other people's emotions and so forth. Um, and literally was, I would say, pretty hardcore in magic, and actually somebody I look up to. And so when I met somebody like that, I'm like, hey, can I be your friend? Can I be your friend, please, please? And probably in an annoying way. But he's been very nice and very helpful, and um, he's, I guess maybe it's the empath thing, just very kind. And I was reading, he had sent me an email about some of his experiences, and I was reading it, and I looked at the bottom, and I realized that he had sent me a song that he had, and him, I know him and a friend had made. He plays different instruments. Mainly, he started as a guitarist, but he can play pretty much any freaking instrument. Um, that's stringed. And this one, I think it was the bouzouki. If I'm wrong, he would kill me. But I do think it's the bouzouki, or bazouk, however you want to pronounce it. Because again, I will butcher the names of those different instruments. I can say banjo, and that's about
That's like
of the
that's
different
that
instruments he
southern
plays.
roots right
Well, he
there.
plays one's called like tam. Okay, see, I'm not even going to try that one. He plays a lot of the old, like, as far back as guitars go. Like, he can play so many of them. I mean, there's, he has one that's like as tall as me almost. It's like insane, and it's not like he's just okay at it. He's phenomenal, and I'm not just building him up. And he had sent an MP3, and I even let you hear it, and you enjoyed it. You're like, I like it. It's all Renaissancey. But the name of that song is what? You remember?
Oh, it was something with pentacles, wasn't it?
Three Pentacles.
Yeah.
And it made me go, Tarot. Because I've always gotten weird messages, right? And it's almost in tarot type form. I was like, and it instantly made me that song, the name of the song. So I used to listen to it, and that song made me think, okay, three. What's okay? What's it with the three? And I look at all, and I looked up. I typed in. I googled threes of tarot, and the underneath the picture that is posted, well, it laid out and almost lined up as if it were it matched the person, right? So under Jacob, it was the Three of Wands or rods. Under David, it was the Three of Swords. Go figure. And because that's like, nobody, if you're in a relationship, nobody ever wants to see that card. I mean, you just got to, it's the one that when I pull it for somebody, I'm like, okay. It's the one, Mel, how do you blow that one to somebody? How do you give that? That sounded really bad. Excuse my perviness, but how do you shit? I can't help it; it comes naturally. But how do you hit somebody with that blow? There we go. That was a little better.
Yes, it was much better. It's I don't think it's really any way to soften it up, so you just have to lay it out there.
Yeah, and perfectly under David, which to this day, like you know we had there was the candlelight visual for the service member that was from Texas that passed away. He was actually from my hometown, and I wanted to go, but I was too afraid that there was going to be tons of. I don't want to. I don't like it when the media hits these type of things. So I felt like I would probably have gotten more angry than appreciated the candlelight. I thought I could do the same thing here in my own home for him, and I don't have to promote it. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah. So, but this is the type of thing because he actually his sister, the one that was in next to the picture, she's her ex-husband is related to this service member that was killed, and so there is like this weird odd chance that my ex could be in town. So it's like, okay, I got to stay home, lock my doors, yada yada. So every bit of the Three of Swords David was, and so then there's Chris, which was the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, more of that celebration, and he moved to Colorado so he could legally be a doobie man. But he was, and that's just him. He's laid back, chill. If it, his name's Chris, or Chillstopher or Trillstopher, he is just, he's a tattoo artist, kind of just the epitome of easy going, and for me, it was a little bit too much so at times, and that was part of it. But otherwise, he helped me to find myself again. And then I'm going, well, then how am I a three? It's like the Three of Pentacles kind of was underneath where I am. I was like, okay, does that mean I'm the Three of Pentacles? Why did this song make me think of this? What? And I know, and like I could totally be overthinking it, but I just feel like for so many years, like this picture, there was more to it. Because I also had sent you the picture of the guy, the fool. I saw the like a year ago. I had not dated or really been going out for almost a year, at least a year, prior to Renaissance Fair last year, because I was just closed off. And my friend had asked me to go to this Ren Fair, and I passed this guy that he reminded me, well, when I passed him, it's almost like he morphed into the Fool from the Tarot deck. My friend actually, I was like, where did I was like searching for the Fool. I kept telling her, I gotta find the Fool. And I looked up and down the fair and never saw him again. So it's like, I almost think that he was just sent for a message and that was it. And, to be taken. But my friend did catch a picture of him, and I, put him in the photo next to the Fool. And it was like, he's almost got the same stance, the pose, the color, and he's got 3 freaking pins in his hand. I didn't realize that until my friend that wrote the song mentioned, he's like, "Oh, there's 3 pins." I'm like, what? Holy shit! So yeah, um, that I wonder. I feel like all of us are given signs all the time. I noticed that you've noticed them more lately, actually, Mel.
Oh,
Just weird
have I?
things, and and it's weird. You'll come to me and say, "Hey,"
I mean, remember, you're speaking to Mr. Oblivious now, so I.
but you have, and which is funny because, like, okay, especially when it comes to your guides, was that you figured out what kind of tarot decks you feel like you need. Just weird little things here and there that give you those inklings. Once we start tuning into little things like that, it starts to hypen up, or it's like you're exercising a muscle, you know what I mean, in your head, that, or I would say in your third eye, um, that it can grow and grow. And then, one day eventually you'll be a complete insane person like me. So, yeah, congratulations. You're on your way, dear.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Well, no, I mean, it's okay. Oh, and I forgot to mention to you, Melvin, that the cabinet door did open again today.
Okay.
And like that's gonna just sound random to everybody. I've had I don't know, a visitor that has, for how long have I been telling you about it, Mel? About 2 weeks now.
2 weeks, but you said it started a month back or so.
Yeah, it's been going on, like, it's getting to the point of irritating, where somebody, like, and it's the one cabinet door in my kitchen, and um, you know, it's one cabinet door, and it's right next to my stove, and I'll have the door shut before I go to bed, and when I wake up in the morning, or if I wake up in the middle of the night, go get a drink of something or whatever, it's open, wide open, not just a little open, it's wide open. My cats are outside right now. Um, there is, my kids aren't doing it because my kids are asleep at the time. In fact, Toby keeps, like, he'll even has remarked on it. He said, "It did it again." He's like, "This is so irritating," because he'll run into it, uh, and so it's right next to the stove. And I kept thinking, well, there's it's like I have a ceiling fan. I'm like, maybe there's some, like, wait, if it's an air draft, why is it only this one door only? There's not one other cabinet door that opens, and it's just the one. And it's like, hey, pay attention. Hello, I'm here. Pay attention. Pay attention. So it's like, kind of like, okay, well, you got my attention, but I don't know what the hell you want. You're
Well,
gonna have to get a little more, verbal, or whatever it is I'm not quite aware of it, except for the fact that it really irritates me by opening my
well,
cabinet
to
every night.
to be
It had stopped for about 3 days, and then, of course, the day it was open again.
to be fair, we kind of have an idea now, and I won't go into details, but we'll just say someone should stop going to places all over the creation.
Are you are you are you saying this is all my fault?
I am not saying that at all. But if someone were to have to point blame,
Uh-huh.
then perhaps partial blame could be put on the person who goes every freaking place where they probably should not go, like sacred ground.
You know, I can't. You're right. I probably do spend too much time at haunted places. I can't help myself. Like, even the ones. It is funny because I've had um non-believers, or people that were very skeptical. Like, one of my coworkers, actually, just so freaking skeptical. And where I work, when it was first built, it was built to be a prisoner of war camp for World War II. during World War II. So the POWs the prisoners, they would take them and keep them there. Of course, people around here want to say that they were treated kindly, but I'm sorry, it's war. Um, I believe that, like I believe, come on, like I believe in Santa Claus, whatever. I think that some people might have been nice to them. That's a possibility. But were was was everybody nice to these people that were captured? No, it's war. Um, but I'm lit. This is me lighting some more incense. Sorry, guys. Um, it is full moon. Come on. But after it was that, it turned into a MHMR, mental health and mental retardation school or hospital, and it is still kind of that, but they don't really call it that anymore because they are flipping it and turning it into what they call a forensics state hospital or state school, which means that um, it homes people that have done. I like to I call it criminally insane things, um, horrific types of murders, horrendous acts, things that are just it would it. Let's just say that they're too unstable to go to a regular prison. Um, I'll have to look at that later, BJ. Thank you. It's very strange energy out there. I remember what I do is we paint, we'll upkeep a lot of the buildings there, right? And we were painting this one dorm that was absolutely closed off, and because it was being remodeled, and we were the last ones in. We were painting it, and before they moved people back in, we were the only ones with the key, except for other maintenance people. But we were in there by ourselves that day, and we're painting. And it's funny because one of my other coworkers, he can sense them. He can't see spirit, but he can sense and feel them. Right? He's open enough to. It was funny because me and him both looked at each other, and I turned my head because I see this weird elongated shadow, and I'm going to stand up so I can get out the door because I realized it was, a spirit of a person that's mentally challenged, and a lot of times they're still in that state when they're passed. So it's kind of sad and it's kind of chaotic. And I just wanted out of the room because it didn't feel great. And I was getting up, and as soon as I was getting up, though, my supervisor was painting the bottom of the door, and he was kind of squatted down, and what we call a painter squat, but I've never seen him even wobble, and he fell over and stands up and screams, and opens the door because he thinks that somebody had come in from maintenance, teasing and trying to scare him. And when he opened the door, there was nothing on the other side. And I'm walking through it. Charles, I'm trying to get out. He goes, "Oh, hell no, don't you leave me in here now." Because at that moment, he realized I knew something had knocked him down and something was in there. And I think at that moment, it all kind of hit him. She's not full of shit completely. Because he realized, he knows that he didn't lose his balance. He said, "Bonnie," he said, "I'm not playing. I felt pressure from the other side of that door." I said, "I'm sure you did." I said, "I'm just leaving the building." He says, "We're not going back today." I said, "I'm okay with that." And it was very funny. Hey, Damon. It was very crazy because that was one of the incidents that my poor coworkers have had to endure. And I guess, like you've said about me before, Mel, I'm a magnet or whatever. And I've had my own mentor, kind of hinted towards it as well. I think some people the way my mentor put it is, okay, if you've ever seen, I know this is going to sound silly, but Finding Nemo, and you're going to know, Melvin, because you're one of these people. What was the name of that dang fish that's at the bottom of the ocean?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't
What?
know.
You're the cartoon dude.
The fish at the bottom of the ocean. I don't know.
Yeah, with the light. I'm sorry. The dangler was dangler,
Oh, an
dangler,
anglerfish. Yes.
anglerfish, right? Am I right?
Yes, an anglerfish. I mean, you
Okay,
just
because it's so dark at the bottom of the ocean, you can't see in front of you. But that light is going to attract things, right? Kind of like a freaking, that's, I'm like, my God, my mentor just, he just compared me to an anglerfish. Those things are really not very attractive at all.
no. Well, the cool
But
thing,
thank you.
the cool
But,
thing about
um,
them though is they're pretty prehistoric, and the fact that they have that little light to, of course, attract the prey and everything. I mean, it's a glimpse of
yes,
what it used to be like back in the day, and the women or the female fish are way bigger than the males. The males are kind of parasitic, actually. Now that I think
really.
about it, yeah. And
Huh. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to leave it right there. You can, you could have opened up a door with that one. But I'm a horror. It's no, I'm teasing. But that's very crazy because yes, that's what he compared. I guess you'd say people that are just because I feel, in my opinion, and this is something I've told you from the beginning. I feel like everybody is born gifted or with gifts or capable of developing them. We're as kids, we're told, and this is what happened to me, and I know it happens to a lot of people, that this isn't right, this isn't correct, you're not, you know. I remember I would question, and I was always in trouble in Sunday school and stuff because I asked so many questions, and what about dinosaurs? I wanted to know. You needed to tell me about dinosaurs, and when they can't tell you and they look stunned, it's I can see why they get infuriated. I mean, when my own I have children, I know, but I don't. I tell my kids like it is. Um, yes, yes, Sydney. I think investigations are great. Um,
you see, this is why you don't have a silent
Thanks,
home.
Damon. Check you out later. This is like why what
You
what
don't have a
Mel?
quiet home. You see,
I
already.
don't. No, well, and I think that's another. It's funny. I usually will have some sort of background noise because if I don't, um, I notice things a lot more. And I need to have my own. To me, I know it sounds funny. To me, if I have like a TV on, just very low, it's me still being able to have my own personal space. Otherwise, something's trying to get my attention constantly. And I always tease. I say, "There's enough sage in this house." I will say that it's knock on wood. I've not had anything. I wouldn't say really malicious or anything in a long time, except for that water that I took from, over there on the Texas-Oklahoma border, which I did remove and this out on my porch. But anything that comes in is pretty harmless. I would say it's just sometimes like the cabinet opener. He's annoying. I call him a he. I'm guessing it's a he, but I don't know, to be quite honest. Um, it's it's very weird. But I'm hearing. Hold on. That's very strange.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
hearing. I'm hearing a high pitch in my left ear, which I get sometimes when things get. It's a full moon. I'm not surprised, to be quite honest. Melvin,
Hmm.
can I can I put you on blast?
Oh God, what did I do?
You didn't do anything.
Oh well, go
Would
ahead.
you? I will do one too. Um, will you do? I would say like I'll let you choose either pendulum or like a one card tarot for somebody that's listening. If you're listening, we got two people. It says in the right now in live. So I'll do one. You do one.
Okay. Well,
Whatever you're more comfortable with.
you actually have six.
Huh?
You have six
Do
listeners.
what? We have six. See, okay. Mine's not okay.
You,
Okay, if you're out there, I will do one, and you will do one. And I have a number that I'm going to send, and so that Melvin will know that what number. Okay, I'm going to put two numbers, and whoever gets the closest to it, and I'm going to go 1 to 50. Okay.
okay.
All right. And so everybody choose a number if you want a reading. And I'm okay. So what would you rather do, Mel? Would you rather do your pendulum or pull a card and just see what you get from it?
I'll do a card.
Okay. Oh wow, Alicia, you got Alicia. You're winner, chicken dinner.
Wow, that was like right on the
Can you believe
nose.
that?
I can believe that because I think she's a witch and she sent one of her familiars over and she saw the numbers, so that's what I think happened there.
Alicia, did you really? I swear, out of 1 through 50, you have to post that screenshot later, Mel, because I'm not playing. Yeah, 23. I'm blown away. Alicia, you see, you got. I'm telling you, some people, if you really just tune into yourselves, it happens. Wow, and see, that is nuts. You know what? Sometimes when you just do your first guess, what did I tell you, Mel? Always go with your first gut, right?
Yep.
That's so nuts.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, so Melvin, you get Alicia, and whoever gets the closest to the next number, I had already sent you. I'll do that. But because Melvin, I get Melvin to read for me constantly, and he is just, I'm so proud. And I'm on a bit of a delay, I guess. So
It's okay. It happens. But I'm still blown away that she got that number
I
like
can't
that.
on this dot. Like, whoa,
Okay. Yep.
my whole the lights in my house all just flickered.
Oh man. You see, God darn it, Bonnie, what did you do?
I did nothing.
You did something. You did something. I don't know what yet, but I know you did something.
Ah, we've only got one more guesser. A guesser. I'll give it a few minutes after you get your reading, and then if
Okay.
nobody else, then
Yeah, I'm just shuffling real quick. I'm still not the best at this thing.
Enzula. Enzula, am I saying that right? Probably not.
I'll just say Angie.
Angie, is that better?
Okay. Alicia, I know you said one card, but you know how I am with
Oh,
numbers.
hey,
So I'm
she's gonna like that.
what I'm going to
Congratulations, Alicia, for real. That's so cool.
what I'm going to do is pull three actually, and let's see if we could tap into your energy and see what is up. So let's see. If a card would like to pop out, go right on ahead. And this is for Alicia. I've always liked that name too, Alicia.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. What? Whoa. Okay. You weren't supposed to do it like that, but all right.
What
Interestingly
happened?
enough, four cards actually came out.
Okay.
Um, and well, you're just gonna get lucky today. So I'm, I'm actually gonna put.
Guess the number 1 through 50, Brown Dwarf. Okay, what did you get the first card?
All right, so here we go. All right, Alicia, this is for you, and this is interesting that four of them came out. Just let me view it real quick. Okay, this is very interesting. So, I something told me just to pull one more from the top. So to tease you, you have two major arcanas that came out, and this
Oh,
is, from what I can tell, very, very positive. And the card that I pulled is the star, and with this one, with you, I'm thinking it has to do with you bringing in some new energy, getting out some old energy. So it's possible that you're moving on from something, about to move on from something. You need to move on
ooh,
from something. And this actually goes in line with the other cards that I pulled, which is the Two of Cups. Or, well, these are the cards that fell. I didn't pull, but it's the Two of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Sun. And
wow.
interestingly enough, with these cards, I think you're moving on from something. Like, you might have been stuck for a minute, and I think
I
you're
got
finally
chills.
moving on from something with a lot of new energy. You feel good about it, and it might not have been the best of situations, or at the very least, it was something that you weren't comfortable with, and you're seeing your way through. With the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups, I'm wondering if it was emotionally draining, because I'm looking at the star and with the jugs and just pouring out that water. I'm wondering if it was emotionally draining. Anyway, I would
Oh,
say, what, Bonnie?
wow. No, I think that's amazing, and I feel like to me it's almost like I don't know if she's planning on doing. I mean, honestly, the mantra that we mentioned at the beginning, I think that would be something for her to start doing like tonight or tomorrow morning, and really like because it seems like that's really good. Those are really good, and with the sun,
Yeah, I think it's just new energy that's finally coming, and I think she got out of something that just it just wasn't the best situation, and something is being brought her way, not necessarily just given. It's something she's earned, I think. And oh boy, I would say she definitely earned it. Um, and with the
that's
Two of
great.
Cups, though, it's like it's a mutual exchange as well. I'm thinking that she may have had to accept the truth about something. Huh. I'm
Right.
wondering, because I hope it doesn't have to do with the relationship, because I'm looking at the couples here, and it's so funny because you have a young couple and then you almost have an older couple with the Two of Cups. And by the way, I'm using the what's it called, the Rider Waite deck
Yes, the
for
Raider
this, so
White.
you guys can know. Um,
Okay, so
yeah,
the actual winner is BJ, but I'm going to go ahead. I felt like I need to do everyone because we wait have four other people, so I can do that. For Angie, the Queen, I'm using my the Madame Endora's fortune cards because I'm just like I've been feeling those. Um, Let me pull up the Queen here. It is all about love and prosperity. It's kind of like I don't. It's like very much. I feel like it's kind of more like what would you like Empress card in the Arcana even because it has a little bit of everything that you need. Um, where is she? Here, the Queen. The Queen is. It says the Queen represents a dominant female figure. She is a respected and refined woman who is sympathetic and nurturing, yet emotionally confident. The Queen also represents love, prosperity, and fidelity. and fertility. I'm sorry, sorry, fertility. So yeah, um, let me get who. Okay, brown dwarf, you're next, and I'm going. I just grabbed one, and ooh, the Golem, and that's actually a neat movie on Netflix. I was just going to say, the Golem is a close friend that acts on your behalf, and if you've seen the movie, it was made. It was, I think it's Jewish. Oh my God, it's no. Well, anyways, it was made to protect people. You know, they would. It was basically magic. It was like a form of Hebrew type magic, right? And they would resurrect this thing, but it was almost dangerous. But this golem is all about a close friend is going to act on your behalf, which is, let me see what it says more about the golem, because it's more of a creature instead of a. It's neat looking. Weird. Okay, they have it in here with the like the golem. It says the golem represents one who is indentured or motivated to do your bidding, such as a loyal friend who acts on your behalf, yet or puts interests before their own. When abused, the golem may become an instrument of vengeance or destruction. So just be nice, especially if you have someone like this in your life that is overly protective of you. Because it's like this person is absolutely the best, wonderful, most loving person when like if you hurt them, you're done. You might as well, you know, you just might as well hang up the hat. but but it's actually I would see it as a good. I mean, I try not to hurt people, so for me that wouldn't be a bad thing. And BJ, I'm fixing to pull two for you, and then one for Sydney. And I'm going to do some more tomorrow. And I may even get out. I was going to do the ghost box tonight, but I'm going to do that tomorrow if y'all would like, or um, any ideas that y'all have. Definitely put them down. Um, Shoot, if you want any magic advice or anything like that, um, whatever. I don't mind. One from the bottom, one for the top. Okay. This is very interesting, BJ. The catechus, which is, if a lot of people will know it as the medical symbol. Isn't that right, Melvin?
Yes.
Did I say it right? The catechus?
I butcher words too, so you're saying it as good as I can.
Because it's, yeah, but it's, okay. And BJ, you've been still ill, right? This is very interesting. I'm just trying to find it. It says you will receive news from afar, and this because you got closest to my number, which was 49. I got two for you, and it's the chalice, which is rejuvenation and fulfillment. I feel like, or did you move? I know you moved. Was it because of to get better medical treatment? Yeah, I need to get that sign chart to you, Sydney. Because that is so. I love the natal charts. Let me pull. Here's the. I think I found them both. Okay. Where is this? This one's okay. I'm sorry. This book is a little bit different. It has things listed different than I would. Mm-hmm. There we go. This is so strange. I love these cards, but they're just a little bit different because I feel like the way that yours came out, I feel like you're going to get some good news when it medically. Okay, so of health and you lost I'm sorry about losing a family member. I know that's awful. Okay, so there's the chalice. And the catechist. Apologize, work with me here, guys. Okay, my cat is trying to creep me out by scratching at the door. Okay. You know what? It's funny. I can't find. I feel like, okay, so I'm just going to read there's the catechist. There we are. And the chat. They're both right next to each other. Oh, it's ridiculous of me. Okay. The catechist it says, the catechist is a symbol of herald and sign of the healer. Expect good news from afar. A healing process has begun. See, I knew it. What did I say? Woohoo! And the chalice. A golden chalice is a symbol of rejuvenation, fulfillment, and abundance. The chalice may also represent the end of a quest or an attachment of a goal. And I feel like that is whatever it is that's made, is made your health ill. Wow, that's awesome, BJ. That makes me very happy. So I can't wait to hear good news from you. And lastly, Sydney, guys, before we get off for the evening, oh my goodness. Okay, I feel like this one's the one that called Medusa. Seriously? That's my card. I love Medusa. I can understand and I can feel Medusa. She wasn't always stone cold. You know what I mean? If that's I do. I like her story. It's very sad actually if you've ever read the story of Medusa. And I'm almost. Where'd she go? They put her in there with the monsters, unfortunately. Medusa. Okay. It says, Medusa. Jealousy leads to downfall. Medusa represents envy and corruption of beauty. This tragic mythical being may also signify an act of jealous rage, exile, or harsh punishment. Excessive jealousy leads to downfall. Am I calling it out, Sydney? And that can be what is your sign again? I forget. My brain, it's doesn't remember everything it should. It's talking about some jealousy. Now, jealousy in your life, it doesn't not necessarily mean you, but somebody around you is, I feel it's like a Libra. Okay. Libras are pretty easygoing. They're trying to pinpoint where this jealousy is coming from. Is there issues going on at home about jealousy or anything? Because now, and like I said, with this moon can make us completely different than we normally are. Like I was telling Melvin, like amped up, like on steroids. So like me, I can be emotional. I'm a Cancer, and so if somebody says goodbye, and I'll be like, Melvin, somebody just told me they hate me. It's that kind of intensity with this type of moon. Thank goodness it's going to be calming down in a day or two. But watch out for any type of anger. Okay, your aunt. So watch out for some anger issues from people around you. And I would say this is going to either be work or family, or you getting angry at them, right? And it's going to be it'll be petty, and it's going to be out of, you know what I mean? It's going to be really nothing at all, like it'll be a blowout for no reason at all. So if you see yourself or catch yourself doing it, just stop. Okay, not that you know of, but not a feeling Okay, it's the anxiety. Okay, do not let it overwhelm you. Do not let it overwhelm you or think, okay, that makes sense. All right, sometimes when we have anxiety, we look at everybody else and we think that they all have it way better than we do. That, oh, like, okay, my, look with me, my sister's got, it really does has, she has like the perfect life. She's got the husband that takes care of her. She gets to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, her biggest worry is where they're going to go on vacation, and I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? So watch out for feeling that way, because I don't feel like that is truly who you are. Um, you're more compassionate and kind, and I've noticed that with you myself. Um, Watch out for letting it overtake you. Realize that it is fleeting, and it's going to be going away. Oh, definitely, yes. Just it is hard because like I have a hard time because like I have a hard time with these things myself. It's like trying to tell myself, oh, it's just gonna, and it's I'm not. I like to lead by example. So when I say, oh, like just let it go, you really are gonna have to let it go. So realize that nobody hates you, that it's your own mind. And if you caught it, try that mantra. And I know the mantra sounds really ridiculous. And I promise I'm going to start. I will do it. I'm going to start it tomorrow myself. And because I do want to feel better about myself, because I'm not completely down on myself, but I do catch myself beating myself up a lot. And I think a lot of us do that. Um, yeah, for a reason. Yeah, and don't let it get to you. Don't let it overwhelm you. It will flee. And it sounds like, honestly, when it comes to the jealousy, it's just you look at other people and you're wanting what they have, but you truly have it already, but you're beating yourself up. You know what I mean? So just in this, like I said, I blame a lot of this. I'm teasing, but I mean it. I blame a lot of this stuff on the full moon this month. This month's full moon is really nasty. Um, I, I I'm having to make my own self to people that I care about. Like, I'm like not try to pull back away from them because of my own stupid fears, right? And well, that or are assuming the worst, and I hate assumptions because I always tease that assumptions make asses out of us. Um, what do you think, Mel? I mean, because that one's very weird when it comes with jealousy. You know me, you know how I am, so it's hard for me to preach to when I have hard time with things myself.
Well, I kind of see it sometimes a different way because, I have the personality of I'm going to be better than you because I just don't like you, unfortunately. But
See, I wish we could all be like that though, Mel. It's
saying that, you know, how do you fight jealousy and everything? Well, perhaps it's not necessarily like maybe we're looking at it from the wrong angle and we should be looking at it in the sense of, all right, let's use this as motivation. Why am I jealous? Because I don't have this. Well, how can I get this? Like, is this something that I could use in my life? And let's work towards it and not focus our energy on being jealous that someone has it. I mean, even if they don't deserve it, I know that's hard, but
right.
perhaps we can change that energy and use it as motivation. Like, yeah, all right, you got me now. I do want that, and I'm gonna work to get it.
And you know what? You just said it, and you don't even realize what you did. When you do that, that is basically the first step in magic, your intention. So you turn that anxiety. Okay, so don't use it as anxiety is a hard way to work with magic. But if you turn it into motivation, like, no, I'm going to be better. I'm going to be badass. I'm going to be way better than you could ever be at this. And you start kind of, and I don't want to say anger, but you like really motivated to where you're almost angry-ish, right? Um, because like I've had catastrophe. Like I always tease, I'm like chaos magic at best. When if I let my anger get control of me, and I have to very much watch it. But if you can take that motivation, you can actually to get a candle, whatever it takes, and you can literally turn things around, and you won't believe the things that you can manifest. And Mel, Mel's learning. In my opinion, right? I mean, how do you feel about it, Mel? You've done a few things here and there.
I feel that, well, okay, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Uh, I think that things will come to you when you need them to come to you, but at
Right.
the same time, your will is more powerful than anything else. So if you will it to come, it'll get here a little earlier. So I think it's totally, yeah, yeah, it's 100%. I've seen stuff. Let's-
Isn't it great? I'm so
so,
excited because literally, um, you've been the funnest skeptic.
well,
Like it's funny because you will have something happen. You're like, I'm not really sure if it's really happening, or
well,
when you do that, it blows me away.
well, I'm not a skeptic, but it's just sometimes you gotta look, and I drive Angie crazy with this because she'll say something and all that, and I'm like, oh, so yeah, I'll just yeah.
I love it. But I appreciate it. And guys, tomorrow I will be doing some readings if you like, and maybe I can get Mel hang out with me again if you like.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, you know what though? I have to say this fun fact because it's been driving me nuts.
Okay.
All right. So you mentioned the catechesis or the catechist, whatever it's
Yes.
called.
Yes.
All right. So fun fact for you guys, and you can win a trivia question with this.
Uh oh.
The catechist is also known as the staff of Hermes, which is Greek. However, in North America, we incorrectly use that as the sign for healing and medical attention practices, whatever. When in actuality, we should be using the rod of, and forgive me, I suck at Greek, but a set. A set Asclepius, that guy. We should actually be using that staff because this is the Greek
Oh.
god of healing and medicine. And that staff actually is a wooden staff with a single snake, while the staff of Hermes is two snakes with wings. So the medical field is technically using the wrong staff, which is kind of funny because our healthcare kind of sucks in the U.S. So it makes sense, I guess.
Well, that does make a lot of sense then. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, it's that chaos. Let me tell you, um, that's the thing. Um, you know what, Mel? I think we should do tomorrow.
What?
I know you're gonna, because every time I've had you on with me doing it, we get interesting things. But I've been really kind of wanting to pull out my spirit box.
Oh boy.
He
Well,
gets so quiet.
well,
I'm hearing crickets.
I,
Everybody say please, Melvin.
I mean, yeah. If you want, oh, okay. And okay.
I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, they love you, Mel. They really do. Because, well, and I'll say this in Melvin's defense, it's like they really enjoy having me turn it on when he's around because he'll pick up things that he's not really wanting to hear. He's like, wait, I think I heard this or that. So yeah, we'll do the spirit box and do some more readings if you'd like. I'm just wanting to take advantage of this moon, since it's been such a little dreary moon for myself, I'm literally like with the whole mantra thing. I'm trying to make the best of it, even when it's been. It's been a shitty few days, but I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm not, and I, hopefully with you guys too. So we will do that, and and if you guys tune in tomorrow, be ready to ask some questions for the Spirit Box, man, because maybe we can find out who this dude is that's opening my cabinet, because it's really irritating. So, all right, guys, I appreciate y'all for being here, and y'all have a good evening. All right,
Oh, and can I do a quick plug, Bonnie?
absolutely.
Okay, so guys, oh wow, I was about to close out like it was my show. If you're a spirit box is, to put it simply, Angie, it's something that goes through radio frequencies that spirits can manipulate, and every now and then they use it to use their voice, and you can hear them. You'll see tomorrow. Don't worry.
Hey, Sydney, I'm going to do your plug for you. Anybody that is not subscribed to Melvin already, please make sure to do so, because I've gone on his channel several times. He's always got fun stuff going on there. He even gets more into the things that scare me, like the he likes scaring me, talking about aliens, and that's where my heart race is just Anyway, so, and in fact, on the Spirit Box, have I not picked up frequencies that we just can't? Okay, and something just tapped on my goddamn window.
Uh-oh, they're here.
That's not funny, dude. I'm no, not like I think. At first I thought that's not a cat. Not looking, but yeah. Check out Melvin's YouTube channel and add him, and because he's got some great stuff going on, and I'm working on actually having some amazing magicians, and Mel, and all kind of doing a group chat here soon. So watch out for that too, because I think that will be extremely interesting, to say the least. So you guys have your questions ready for the Spirit Box, and thanks for joining us. And if you had anything else, Mel?
Oh no, that's it. You got it.
I pledged it, because I seriously, Melvin is. I love listening to his stuff. And he always, now he likes to freak me out when it comes to ET stuff. But also when I have something that I can't explain that isn't paranormal in my sense of paranormal, I he's I know I annoy the hell out of him, because he's my go-to.
You do
So
not annoy
yeah.
me. I don't mind.
All right, guys. Peace out. You have a good evening and enjoy the full moon. Put out your crystals. Set your intentions. If you have any type of goals, write them down on paper and burn that piece of paper and send it to the universe. And have a good evening.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.